And we're off. We're off. Welcome to the Shovel Brothers podcast. It's going to be me and Jack versus... No, it's going to be me versus Jack and Brandon as fourth official to make sure we're not stepping out of lines and like bringing CM Punk back or anything, are we, Jack?
Boy.
Shit. He comes back and kills the Undertaker or something. But anyway.
Yeah, Punk comes back to... I've seen some fucking wrestling event in Bournemouth.
Right, anyway, we'll be booking the Undisputed Era's debut on the main roster. Nothing specific, like they have to do so and so. We're going to go from after Money in the Bank or Money in the Bank whenever to SummerSlam. And Jackson kick us off because he won but also lost. So Jack, take it away.
Right, so mine, the SmackDown after Money in the Bank, AJ Styles, who won and retained his title, is in the ring cutting a promo on Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
Talking about a dream WWE title match with him.
I'm hard right now.
The Titantron flickers and sparks fly, and the Tron falls down during the Styles match during the end of the night. Like, completely collapses. And the cameras look at it, like, all shocked. And the words, "prepare to be shocked," appear.
Oh.
The week after, Styles is calling out whoever this is, and then, like, he's wondering who did that, why did that happen? I know that was secure.
Do the accent.
Then, because he's a Georgia boy. Then later that night, Styles and the club are facing the New Day. Now, Big E won the case at Money in the Bank.
Oh.
Right? And it's the Undisputed Era. They come out and interfere in the match, costing Styles. They slam him through the table and lay out the club. Big E cashes in on Styles and becomes the WWE champion.
Whoa. Whoa.
Right? The next week, the club faces Woods and Kofi. With Big E on commentary. Right? The Undisputed Era comes out, but it's Fish and O'Reilly.
Right.
And the match ends in a DQ because of Fish and O'Reilly.
Right, okay.
The week after, Shelton Benjamin and Jeff Hardy have a match, and Roderick Strong interferes, ending it in a DQ.
Right.
And now that brings us up to Extreme Rules, and Kyle O'Reilly and Fish beat the club in a 2 out of 3 falls match to become the tag team champions. Because the club won the tag titles from the Bludgeon Brothers at Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bit of context. Strong beats Jeff Hardy in a no DQ match to become the United States champ. After that, O'Reilly and Fish come out and beat Jeff to a near bloody pulp. Like, Jeff is completely laid out. He's stretching off.
Right.
Now, we have Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole, AJ Styles and Big E in a fatal 4-way elimination match for the WWE title. And it starts with Cole eliminating Styles to carry on the fact that Cole will always have an upper hand over AJ Styles. But Big E eliminates Cole.
Oh.
That leaves Daniel Bryan and Big E. And it's a sort of like, it is a big man versus a little guy match. But it ends up with Bryan rolling up Big E to make Bryan the WWE champion.
Good.
Right, so that brings us on to the SmackDown after. Big E gets his rematch clause instantly. Like, he wants to keep that title on him. He's the only one in the New Day who had that big title. So, like, Big E's sort of, like, hungry for it. And, yeah. And during that match, main event of SmackDown, it's going really well. There's, Daniel Bryan trying to go for, like, a drop kick on E. E catches him and slams him, and some really good reversals out. Big E's probably his best match we see of him. and yeah, Styles and Cole go straight to the ring. They look at each other and hit Big E and Daniel Bryan at the same time, ending it in a no contest.
Oh.
The week after, Adam Cole claims that the Undisputed Era needs one more title. They need a WWE title, and they call Daniel Bryan down. And Bryan does so. Cole says that he needs that title, offers Daniel Bryan to join them. Because remember, it's all Ring of Honor guys.
Yeah.
He mentions Bryan will get a title, but he makes a joke that Bryan should win the Cruiserweight title easily because some nobody has it.
Oh, the bastard.
That annoys Bryan, and he kicks Cole. And the others gang up on Bryan, and the New Day come out to save him, and they all play a house. This one's like a nice little touch. It's more or less just filler, and it's Styles in the club in the backstage calling out the Undisputed Era. The Era come out and attack him in the backstage area, which ends with Cole hitting Styles with a Styles clash on the bonnet of a car.
Right.
Oh
no! I just thought about that. Oh no!
The week after, Undisputed Era are banned from the arena, but they are sat in a box commentating over the matches for the crowd to hear. You know, like how they had that picture of them all sitting there with the titles reflecting, giving them a tan. Like, I kind of thought of that. Nothing happens the week after. We just see clips of Undisputed Era at the beach working on their thong style and thinking what food item the New Day are going to sell next. And then I think you're going to like this a lot, Joe. We see Shane McMahon in a backstage segment coming out of his car. And then he runs into a super kick from Adam Cole.
Good, yes. His return to SmackDown is a super kick.
Shane gets attacked by the Undisputed Era.
Oh.
Right? This is the go-home show for SummerSlam now. And it's Bryan and the New Day are in the ring. And Woods and Kofi are making jokes about it being rematch of the century because we have Big E versus Daniel Bryan in a one-on-one.
Right.
And then the club show up, and Styles is claiming that he needs that title back. They all need their title back, and they square off to the New Day and Bryan. Undisputed Era walks down the ramp, and just about as they are getting into the ring, we hear William Regal's music.
Oh.
Right? Regal comes out and talks about how he had to put up with the Undisputed Era in NXT and what he did. I remembered what he did to shut them up and slow them down a bit. He then announces War Games at SummerSlam.
Oh.
For New Day and Daniel Bryan versus the Undisputed Era versus the club with all the titles on the line. He says that Styles needs to find a friend to help him.
Oh shit.
SummerSlam, all the teams come out. Right? And then it comes to the club. They're decked in their New Japan gear.
Oh.
Gallows has his face paint. Styles wears his Bullet Club mask. And Anderson says Gallows isn't the only face painted warrior here. Jeff Hardy, with no more words as a theme tune, comes out with face paint. He's the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Where did Carl Anderson go?
Right? This is all SummerSlam now. That's it starts with Styles, Bryan, and Cole in the ring. Like, it starts off as a pretty standard triple threat. It's Bryan and Styles ganging up on Cole quite a lot.
Yeah.
We have Daniel with his wrecking ball drop kicks to Cole and Styles in the corner. Styles dives off the cage with a forearm onto Cole, and Cole has a bit of a super kick party. Kofi comes out to help Bryan, hopefully with evening odds. Bobby Fish comes out, and his heel tells Kofi, no, Daniel is targeting the injured knee from NXT, if you remember.
Yeah,
He's still injured, is recording this. And Anderson comes out, and what I like is a nice little thing. Oh no, that's later on. And then Roderick Strong comes out to help Cole. He's the second one to come out. Then Wood, Hardy comes in. Jeff Hardy climbs up the cage and he swantons onto everyone from top of the cage.
Oh, I can picture it.
Big boy O'Reilly comes out. Like everyone's cheering because he pulls out like a kendo stick. He pretends it to be a guitar. He does the same with a chair. He throws in a table. Gallows comes in. He's throwing in like trash cans and more chairs, and then finally the former champion Big E is there. And tables and chairs used. There's a boot of doom reversed into a midnight hour. Ryan hits a Neon Cold and Near 4. There's Near 4 like left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Ian Gallows have a bit of a big man showdown.
I'd love to see that. Oh.
Anderson and O'Reilly have a bit of a showdown. Riley goes for a knee, like a running knee on Anderson, which he reverses into a spine buster.
Oh.
And then Woods puts Anderson through a table from the top of the rope. Styles goes mental with a chair in his hand. Like, he's just hitting everyone apart from his team, obviously. And Roderick Strong knees the chair into Styles' face. And the match ends, right, with Kofi hitting Gallows with the Double in Paradise, which follows up with Ryan on the other ring. Remember, in War Games, there's 2 rings.
Yeah.
Ryan is running, jumps off of Woods into Big E's arms. Big E throws him into Gallows to make it look like a prolonged running knee. Right, Gallows is down. Then Riley and Fish and Strong super kick everybody as Cole gets the pin on Gallows. The Undisputed Era win, they get all the titles. Cole shouts, I told you we would get these titles. And they all do their little pose on the ramp with the tag WWE and US title.
Oh.
And that's that.
I have literally one question about this.
What?
What happened to Shinsuke after he sort of died.
I mean, to be fair, he had all his chances, didn't he? He had like 4 matches.
Yeah.
And he just has.
I just want to know if he like went into the mid. I don't know. That's all.
He probably did, didn't he?
Well, if Styles has won in the last man standing match, that means in kayfabe Shinsuke is proper beaten, so like he can barely do anything.
My hand literally covered my face the second he said War Games. Because like, where's he going with this? Is he going to mention sanity or something? The second he said War Games, I'm like, no, that's not fair. Oh.
I just really wanted William Regal to come in because I know he fucking hates him.
That was a good show.
That's you. You up?
Yeah. I'm just saying it'd be a good idea for War Games because if they kept the 2 rings, because it's so long, they could just have 2 matches at the same time so that we can speed it along a bit. Oh. Right.
I also needed a reason for them to have William Regal on the show, so I just needed them to like beat up Shane McMahon or something.
Oh, I'm just happy about Shane McMahon got the shit kicked out of him. Let me make sure this is still recording. Right. Oh god, the War Game got me shook. Right.
I was thinking sanity at one point, but
so a bit of prologue. Undisputed Era lost all their titles at NXT Chicago. So I don't think Adam Cole has a match, but let's say we put him up against someone. So someone's the new North American champion.
Lars Sullivan.
No, he's in a match against Alistair. So someone's the new North American champion, and Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan are the tag champs. Give them a little push because I quite like Oney Lorcan. I think he's a G. Seth Rollins is still Intercontinental champion. Matt and Bray are still champs.
right.
So it gets to the Raw. So it's a bit different. We've gone contrasting, which I like.
Ooh.
It's the Raw after Money in the Bank. Throughout the night, we get little blackouts during matches, a little bit sound errors. Maybe like at WrestleMania where Michael Cole's commentary thing connects to the audio in the stadium, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that happens throughout the night. And then we get to the main event. We have the most Raw main event ever. Kevin and Sammy versus Roman and Seth. You know, that'll be a good match, I guess. Fine.
I guess.
And just as Seth is about to hit the stomp, the speakers go dark. And when they come, just before the lights come up again, we hear shock the system. And the Undisputed Era jump Seth and Roman. Give him a quick little beat down. And then KO and Sammy are like, it's our buddies from Ring of Honor. Maybe not saying Ring of Honor, but you know, making it implied. They all give a little cuddle. Then O'Reilly and Cole give a super kick to both of them, laying them both out. They're not here to make friends. They're here to dominate. They start beating up Roman, getting all three finishes in, so the audience can get an idea of what they are. Seth tries to make the save by attacking with his Intercontinental Championship, only to be caught by a backbreaker by Strong, leaving the title left out. Adam Cole picks up the championship and does his Adam Cole baby with the title in one hand.
Ooh.
So we get to week 2. That's week 1. I have intense notes. Seth Rollins calls out the Undisputed Era. Shock the system goes off. No one comes out. The entrance is on. Seth Rollins is smart though. He recognises, I'm going to get attacked from behind, so he grabs a chair. But they appear on the Titantron and laugh at Rollins for being scared. But they aren't actually at Raw. They're actually at a mansion. Sunglasses, swimwear gear on, a bit like the picture, you know, where there's suntan in. So they're putting a little promo on Seth Rollins and who they are and stuff. And then they ask a bit of a rhetorical question. But how did we fiddle with the lights and stuff? Then they step out of the way to reveal Bobby Fish sat in the background with a laptop, just fiddling away. And as he presses the button, the Titantron goes off. Seth is left alone and walks away angrily. Later in the night, you could have Kurt Angle questioning some technical guy about why there's no firewall set up, you know, in his Kurt Angle way. Where's the firewall? And then Rollins interrupts, so for once he's not just on his phone, and says, I want a match with the Undisputed Era. So next week he sets up Rollins and Roman versus O'Reilly and Strong. And that sets up next week. So week 3. Quick promo, edited by Bobby Fish apparently, showing the Undisputed Era, what they are. And like a sort of vlog throughout the night of how they did all the interference. So you could have little clips of thingy hacking. You could have them going under the stage or whatever and stuff like that, you know, the comedy stuff that they're good at. They have a good main event with Adam Cole distracting Roman Reigns for Strong to hit his finisher and win, and they all scamper away, so they get the win. So now we get to week 4. Adam Cole cuts a promo with Strong and O'Reilly, you know, in their, like, the tuxedo glasses like bodyguards, but O'Reilly's brought a nice cardboard cutout of Bobby Fish, who is also wearing a bodyguard outfit, just because you want to have people recognise him when he comes back from his injury. You don't want to chuck him in there. I think that's a nice way of doing it. Adam says he demands a match against Rollins after the Undisputed Era beat him last week, even though, you know, he wasn't in the match. But so Angle comes out, he's like, you can have your number 1 contenders match against Balor, Jinder and Braun Strowman. And they're very angry, like, but we won last week. So we get to the main event, which is a fatal 4-way for the championship. It's a main event, it's a good match. Braun has Cole set up for the power slam when the Undisputed Era's theme hits and they come running down to the ring, holding the cardboard cutout and jump Strowman. They both get chucked out with a double clothesline, leaving cardboard Bobby Fish in the ring. Braun Strowman looks at it, picks up and just tears it in two, and you can cut to O'Reilly's just reactions, so he's so upset and distraught.
Fucking cardboard Fish is more over than anyone else.
Braun then gets chucked out by Jinder and Cole. Super kick to Jinder and Cole's knee. 1, 2, 3. New number 1 contender. But then I have the go home show for. I might be taking some privileges with the weeks. I think it's 5 weeks between which, but I only have 4 weeks between SummerSlam, so it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I looked at all the different dates and I worked out on the calendar. It's after Money in the Bank, it's 4 weeks to Extreme Rules, and then it's 5 weeks to SummerSlam.
Well, I've done it the opposite way around. It's fine. We'll move the pay-per-view. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no one will care.
Go home show. Seth calls out the Undisputed Era. They appear on Titantron, cut a promo on how they'll beat Rollins. But as Rollins speaks to them, he keeps getting ignored. Just as he realises it's not a live feed, it's recorded, he turns around into a dropkick on O'Reilly. From O'Reilly, both Strong and O'Reilly hit the finisher, setting up Cole with a chair to the head and his knee like the finish of War Games.
Ooh.
Holds the championship, pretends to get ready for the Adam Cole Bay thing, but drops the title just to tease the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to Extreme Rules, and throughout the night we get some nice video packages of the Undisputed Era training, Seth training, make it feel a bit real.
Right.
Undisputed Era make their entrance. Cole sends the other two back because I'm going in on my own. So Seth and Cole have a good match, but not to the best of their potential yet, because obviously they're going to have another match.
Mm-hmm.
The Undisputed Era run out to cause a distraction for the referee, for the chair and the knee. Boom, 1, 2, 3, new Intercontinental Champion. Adam Cole jumps on both of their shoulders and they hit the Adam Cole Baby with the title.
Ooh.
So then we got the week after Extreme Rules. We have a big celebration on Raw, confetti and shit I wrote. And O'Reilly and Strong demand a match with Bray and Matt since they beat one of the best tag teams of all time, the Shield, on the first match.
Wow.
So Bray and Matt come out, they accept the challenge, and just before they leave, the Undisputed Era try and beat them down for Seth Rollins to make the save, setting up the main event later, tag team match, holla holla. Main event, it's a good match, because it will be. Adam Cole jumps out of his boots when Bray does his shtick, leaving Strong in the ring, who takes all 3 finishers to put away, so he's not too weak. They hit all of them on him, but never going to kick out of it.
Right.
So, I don't know, Seth gets the pin or whoever gets the pin. 1, 2, 3, they win, and they drag away Strong. So we get week 2 of 4. Bray and Matt cut a promo on the Undisputed Era, and the Undisputed Era interrupt without Adam Cole and have a scuffle, interrupted by Kurt Angle, who tells them they have a beat the clock match tonight to decide who chooses a stipulation. First up we get Undisputed Era versus the Fashion Police, which goes 129 or somewhere around that, and Bray and Matt beat the Ascension in 120. So Bray and Matt will decide the stipulation next week.
Ooh.
Seth hits the ring to demand his rematch tonight. Adam Cole comes out, man bun and all, with his suit on, so he's not ready for a match, saying he doesn't want to have a match in disgusting your hometown, and that they will have the match at SummerSlam. So we get to week 3. Adam Cole hits the ring, calls out Rollins, challenges him to a fight to get the crowd built up, and just walks away saying, not in your hometown. Seth attacks him. Hold on. Seth attacks him, but Undisputed Era come out to make the save. Just as they're trying to run away, Bray and Matt are standing at the top of the ramp, and they announce they will battle in an honourable deletion match next week on Raw. And Strong and O'Reilly are like, oh no, so they head back down the ramp, only to be jumped on by Seth. Cole and Strong get away, but O'Reilly is left to take all finishers. So next week we get the honourable deletion match, which obviously is just, what it says on the tin. It's another wacky stuff. We can have Bobby Fish helping on his crutches, Jeff Hardy summoned, funny stuff like Roddy being turned into a family man, O'Reilly acting a bit like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. So we get all of that. That's not my decision. That's whatever Matt wants to do. Undisputed win by throwing Matt and Bray into the volcano as the titles pop out like Zelda or something. They walk away like holding their ribs, holding their new championships. And then later in that night, we get the Rollins and Adam Cole contract signing. Two separate tables, so they're not on the same table because it's ridiculous. And a bunch of jobbers sat between them so they can pass the thing over. Both of them sign. Obviously this goes very well. And they both start scrapping. All the jobbers get Cole out of the ring. They hold him away for Seth to do a flipping senton or something and land on both of them. Land on all of them, taking them all out. And then they can throw a few fists, get separated, that's their go-home angle. Then he gets to SummerSlam. Early in the night, we see O'Reilly and Strong saying, "Oh, could look out there tonight." Adam says, "Why, you're not coming with me?" And obviously they can't, because they're bandaged up, they're all battered from their honourable deletion match. So Seth and Rollins get into the match. You could say they burn it down. Adam Cole wins clean as whistle in what I assume would be match of the night, because it probably will be.
That's true.
So the Undisputed Era all come together to celebrate with their championships. They have arrived. They walk up the ladder, and just as Seth Rollins walks away, he gets attacked by heel Dean Ambrose, so he's in a feud to go on from there. And that is how I would book it.
I like that.
I like the end. I think the end just because Dean Ambrose is back.
Yeah.
Favourite
I
Brandon.
kind of think of that.
But anyway, we both went very different routes. I went with a deletion match, you went with War Games. I can't think of War Games. Cheating bastard. I think we both went about a similar time as well, probably 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe me a little bit more because I am good like that. So we're going to decide a winner, or we're just going to leave it like that?
Let's have Brandon decide, really.
Oh.
Don't just say it, come on, just list out what's good about both of ours.
Right.
And what's bad. Probably.
Yeah, like I enjoy Jax. Like Jax is standing out a bit because of War Games, mainly. But because as well because it's like it's incorporated more than just like I know you've got Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns in there on yours, Joe. But like I don't think a feud with Wyatt and Bray. What? Wyatt and Hardy are like is as good as a feud with the club or as good as a feud with like Daniel Bryan or the New Day or I feel like I think that they went on a bit more of like a path of destruction sort of thing. I think like Jax has got to win it.
Hey!
Well, he doesn't have a deletion match, so cool. Good, my laptop just. So, oh no, where's my charger? Right. So that's that. If anyone is listening, I doubt it, but if anyone is, feel free to decide for yourself who won.
I'm on. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I won. In my own.
One guy's opinion.
It's everyone's opinion, isn't it? Even if your opinion's wrong. But anyway, I've been Shovel Brother Joseph. These have been Shovel Brother Brandon and Jack. Cheerio.
See ya.